Generic greetings and, oh, that was a shame, and welcome to Kingdom New Lands, and what has become a bit of a series. Originally I did a couple of standalone videos because I've been enjoying the game and playing it quite a bit, and I thought, well, why not turn it into a series, because people seem to enjoy those videos and there were several requests to do it, and that's the reason this is now, and we are on a new island. In the previous couple of videos we started off on the very first one and then went ahead and managed to build a boat and get to this stage. What I'm doing at the moment is just exploring my new surroundings. So we do have a horse and we have a new island that we don't know really what there is to see. Now I'm just going to go from one side to the other, I guess. Actually, no, we'll probably go from the main sort of stable hub town centre thing over to the far right, and then we'll see what is on the island. Of the horse is a little bit out of breath there. As someone pointed out, that most of the mounts in this game do have extreme asthma / COPD, so fair point, well made, I guess. And that portal's just opened behind me, which is suboptimal to say the least, but we have found a chest, so we will grab all of the coin. There we go. And we will keep going to see what we can find. Now, with this being island number 2, there's a village here. There's no point in giving them any coin because they're just going to get smashed up when they go past the portal thing. So this is the far right, and we can see that it is the cliff side, and this is where we have the major spawner. So we'll have to avoid that. Anyway, as I was saying, this is the second island, so we now have these portals, and we have to deal with those. We can smash them up, we can send things to go and destroy them, and we will be doing that throughout the course of the next couple of days, probably. I'll probably smash up the ones to the other side first, because the other side doesn't have the cliff spawner. Instead, it will have the dock, so it's actually similar to what we're going on there. And it means if we smash that up, I don't think you get any attacks from that, or if you do, there are a lot less. I think actually, though, you're fairly safe, though. Either way, I'm going to keep running here. I'm just getting back to the base as fast as possible. Like you can see, all of this is now being cleaned out, which is excellent. I am going to go back here and probably give some attention to the main base. We'll give that a bit of an upgrade. There we go, and then that's going to put the thing around there. And then over on the left-hand side, we can see that we can go up to here and then up to here, and then that gives us a little bit of a buffer. We can't go any further, however, because deleting... this is bad. Mistakes were made. We should be alright because they'll be able to shoot these directly, and there we go. Yeah, that's fine. I was going to say mistakes were made here because what I've done is build that in the night, and then people are going to come out and build it. Anyway, as you can see, we have our, what would you call it, the village thing here, and the village is... If you go and destroy the tree either side of it, it will destroy the village. So we can't really go any further than that. It doesn't mean to say, though, that we can't progress any further. What it means, though, is we have to go a lot further ahead. This is the, this is like a, what would you call it, like a... I'm going to call it a statue, but no, and statue is actually further on. It's like a monument thing, and when you upgrade it like that, it allows you to then build the higher level stuff. And this looks to be, is this the archer or is this the farmer? It's a 3 coin one, so I can never remember which one's which. We'll come back to that later on. But anyway, yes, as I was saying, we will go ahead and expand probably past the village. I'm just going to let the horse have a bit of a feed here, and then what we'll get is like glowing hooves. Yeah, and then we can run a lot further. We also now have a signpost. Every time you use these signposts to basically unlock new stuff, which in this isn't very much because I actually haven't played New Lands on the PC in any great depth. In fact, it's only been for these series that I've been doing it, mainly because I've been playing it on tablet, because it's, I don't know, just a bit chiller, and that's what the series is going to be about, just a bit, just, you know, chill, a bit more relaxing, a lot less frantically paced than perhaps other more serious series where we build stuff and all of that sort of thing. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention the beverage. Today's beverage is a nice cup of green tea. So we have found one portal on the left hand side there. So we found one portal to either side, which I believe that's what you get anyway. You get one portal for map 2, 2 portals for map 3, 3 portals for map 4 and 5. However, map 5 is particularly challenging. I've not yet defeated that one, or completed, whichever term you prefer. I think this is the archer. I'm not going to spend the coin I've got because I want to keep hold of that for now. Yeah, the map 5 is quite difficult indeed, but as you progress onto the maps and you unlock them things there, you gain different things for the subsequent maps. So, for example, I've recently found like a dog. You can get a dog in the game, which I didn't know about, which is pretty cool. You can get different mounts and such. But this, to be fair, this is a different mount, but there's like a stag mount that was pretty cool and it has some interesting features. But anyway, we're going to... I thought, is that person shooting at me? No, they are shooting at that deer. Anyway, we can't build there, but we can build here. So let's up our defenses somewhat, because it would be a worthy thing to do, I believe. And then we can perhaps think about... Oh, there's the trader giving us some money, because I didn't do it last time. They will hopefully get back for the next one, but we shall see. As you can see, we've cleared out to the right, and the reason I like to do that is because, one, you can... Well, I get this farm here, so I'm going to set that farm on the go there. And also, it becomes plains, so instead of all of the trees, which, to be fair, they are pretty good... Instead, what we've got is this, which is nice plains and rabbit spawn, and they shoot the rabbits, and they're quite actually a decent one to keep going at. Apart from when they do that, because they try to fire direct, and they hit the wall. And yeah, well, it's payday today. We are getting paid really well. So let's upgrade that. Actually, not upgrade. Let's give 2 farmers on the go there. We can see we now have this lovely keep, and I think I probably will upgrade that. We also have this thing here, which is our siege workshop. I don't think we need to do anything with that, but we will upgrade this one with the money that we've got. It's very, very good indeed. So that's upgraded. We will upgrade the one to the far right as well, and there we go. So we now have 2 farmers. Let's make that 3 farmers in total. Obviously, the whole objective is just to relax and have some fun here. It's not too stressful, well, apart from when the greed come at you like that and you die instantly, but hopefully that won't be the case. But one of the straight arrows has actually hit the rabbit, so we'll pick that up there as well. But yeah, we'll our obviously overall objective is to get to the next island. Whether or not we do, whether or not we care that far, I don't really know. Anyway, so we're just going to check for a coin. That's fine. I'm constantly going back to the village in order to give them some coin and bring them back. Is the trader coming back, or have they died? It is something that I think they might have been captured. No, they are actually there. That's fine. So I think it's just because of the sequence in which I did it. So yeah, that was a bit of a problem. So I'm just looking at a way to extend our front line here. You can see we've got a boat and we got the thing there as well for the villagers. However, ideally I want not just... I wonder if that guy will give me any coin now while he's walking past. No, he has to beat the the main hub. I don't know what you would call them. Is it a trader or a scavenger or something? I don't really know. Anyway, I'm looking ideally for a pedestal to put a defense on, and then something ahead of it. So none of this so far. We could go here. This is a possibility. We could go here because it doesn't really matter if you have the sort of defensy thing on the outside. I think I'll tell them to start deleting that one, and then maybe we can go from here and then to here, and that might work. I do stress it might, but anyway, we'll get rid of all that. We'll get rid of all of these. And up to here, no, it looks like it's not gonna work. So I think the forward defenses will be probably here, and that's actually quite a ways. But to be fair, we are going towards the dock, so that's not too bad at all. And all of these trees here will keep in play. When you have the stag mount, you actually run faster when you're inside here, which I thought was pretty cool. You can see the worker going along there to remove all of the trees. I'm trying to run, but sadly this horse is in need of a bit of a break. And there you are. Okay, so we've got our boat. We know where that is. We don't really need to worry too much about that. See all of the workers going to sort that out. There's another little villager. And rags to riches. There you go. There's some coin. And now we're at the front here. We can upgrade a lot of these things. I don't know if we want to or not. Yeah, so that person, the trader, scavenger, gatherer, merchant, whatever you want to call them, is just sitting there today. So we will just wait. And I think, in all honesty, do we really need to upgrade anything else at this stage? I think, if anything, we probably want to go for more farms. Get more farms, because 1, 2, 3, 4. Although, to be fair, that farm is just standing there doing nothing, which is interesting. And some random stray arrows coming past. So we have 2 farmers working here, and we should have 4 now in total, I believe. Wonder if the oh yeah, they've found loads of stuff. They've been killing loads of rabbits. Going on to the right-hand side, just see if we can once again increase our defensive line to a little bit further forward. And this is a possibility. It is a possibility, but again, it's a little bit far out, so I'm not too sure whether we're going to utilise that or not. We'll focus on one side for now. One side for now. The thing is, if we go too far, it might cause us some issues, especially with the building on the left there as well. So there's some nice coin. We can upgrade this to the stone version now because we found that statue, but I think we'll probably do the central hub first, and that should change that to a higher level one. Yep, and not only does it change it to the higher level one, you can see these all change as well. So that's why I didn't bother upgrading the defenses, because we already had the periphery done anyway. Should get some coin here. No coin at all. So why no coin? I guess someone, another worker would have been doing that then. So there should be some coin somewhere, because they've just ripped down 3 or 4 trees. Unless they've been attacked on the way back. Unless they didn't get back in time, which is a possibility. No, they're coming along. You should have some coin then. No, so where are they? There was at least 2 or 3 that went there. Let's have a quick run to the left and see if... Ah, yes. As you can see here, we're getting paid, but they don't have anything on them. What's happened is they've ran all that way. They've removed the trees, but they didn't get back in time, so they were attacked by the greed at the night there. So that is a bit of a problem. So we'll have to give them their hammers back. They lost the hammers, but to be fair, the hammers cost 3 and they brought back 2. So, you know, it's not too much of a loss, is it? But speaking of loss, and make sure that this guy doesn't get lost again, what I'm going to do is just send them back, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we probably want to build the walls, because I believe this is, well, this is day 5, so we might get a blood moon attack, which is not good at all. So having the walls fully upgraded would be very, very decent indeed. We have a good economy going. We have a nice bit of farming on the right-hand side. At the moment, though, that person is, for some reason, not wanting to go. Yeah, at the moment, we probably have enough to, yeah, upgrade that, which is perfect. And there's some more people coming back, so we're all... Did we lose that amount? That's quite a high amount of lossage. What have they been picking up? Anyway, upgrade the walls, that should be fine. And then we'll go for some more hammers, because I think we lost most of the workers there. Oh, you can see that person actually give me some money. That's because that's just been upgraded, so they've been switched over. They would have previously been just hunting rabbits somewhere else. So I'm just going to double check to make sure that there's nobody else holding some coin. Ideally, I would like to build a couple of siege engines, one for the left and one for the right. Don't know if that's going to happen now or not, but we shall see. Just see if there's any other person in here. Yes, there is. I'm just going to drop a coin there. And you have to be very careful, because there's a couple of times when I've accidentally queued up the removal of the tree and you can't cancel it, and then the village goes. So, not good. Especially since the next nearest village is miles away. Actually, it's not that far away in comparison to some of the other islands. But we have the stone walls and the second tallest, the second tier of tower now, so that is good. Let me just go around each of these and see if they've got some coin. Ideally, I would like these farmers to be stationed in the mill, but we can't build a mill here because they'll stand there and then get attacked from the greed when they come rushing in. So in order to do that, you have to you just have to leave it, and then they come back to the centre of the town, which, to be fair, is not very far away. So in this regard, it's not really too much of a problem. In this instance, rather. So yeah, I think what we'll do is probably just leave them to do that and go back and forward. Not even going to touch the boat at the moment. I don't think there's really any big reason to do that. Looks like we've got a normal moon now, so this is coming on day 6, so we'll probably do a blood moon tomorrow, basically. So what I want to do, ideally, is tell that guy to come inside. I don't know why the workers sometimes just have a a fascination on just wandering around the outside. I'm not taking in the fresh air and the sights and all that, but uh-oh, that is some greed coming along, and I don't think we're going to attack the horse. No, but as you can see what they've done, they have actually got a coin, and the reason for that is the worker is actually hidden in here. You won't be able to see them, but oh, there they go. They're moving on now. Or unless it was. Oh, no, it might have been. It might have been this person. I think what might happen is they carry a certain amount of gold, and if they get attacked, they will drop one of that. That actually makes sense, but I honestly can't say I've counted it. But anyway, it's just about to go today. I'm going to pick up the coin from him and then hand it over. Like I say, we're probably due a blood moon, so there's all of the coin there. We'll repay him, and then I will say, right, this is day 6 VI, and then we'll say go over there and get ourselves a catapult of some kind, and I'm going to keep the rest of the coin because I want to get another one on the left just in case. So we've got 3 farms at the moment, and there's another track here I think that could build on. One of the games I've just been playing on the tablet was on the 4th island, and I'd never seen it before, but we got a fully upgraded mill, and there was 4 farms to the left and 3 farms to the right, and I'm thinking, how's that even work? But there was a couple of them in a row, so I don't know whether it was like sort of joining them up that way. But anyway, as you can see now, we all have the 4 farmers here, which is excellent, and that's fine. I don't have at the moment enough coin to build what I want. There's the first catapult going over to that side. I'm just going to double check on the left to see if we have any coin on that person. No. And then over here, no, it's unlikely that we will. There's a couple of villages. I will give some coin to those and let them come over here. I would actually want to run to the right as well. I should have probably checked to see if there's any coin dropped from the trees. Even though the people were there, the workers were there, sometimes they do leave them. It's quite a common thing, I find. So we have our little tax collector, or whatever you like to call him, wandering around as well. We can give him money, or the banker, I think, is official term. But there you are. Either way, you can give him cash and stuff, and you'll get some credits off him at the end. It's sort of interest. It also keeps it safe as well. Not that we go outside in... there we go. There's payday. Get me paid. Thank you very much. Lovely. No taxation, no representation. Yep, it's all going in our pockets. Right, we're going to go on to the far left now. And you can see there's several people coming in now. I think we have 3 just random villages that we've recruited here. But they don't have any jobs because we haven't gave them any. We're probably going to go for archers. Yeah, there's the blood moon music, I believe. We'll know if a big red moon comes up and it goes very, very red. Red Sky Night Shepherd's Delight? Not at the moment, I don't think. It's going to be... Yeah, that is definitely blood moon music. So we are going to be attacked. It will only be from one side, I believe, the blood moon. I think that's how it works. But either way, we shall see what we come up against. And that noise there sounds like really like a rumble thing, but I think it's just the horse. Actually, no, that rumble means that there is a blood moon attack incoming. Which, you know, if we haven't figured out from the ominous, eerie music plus the everything going red, yeah. We haven't got the dog. The dog, I believe, barks at the direction of the attack, so they're actually quite useful. However, sadly, I've only found the dog twice in my playthroughs, and every time they were attacked and they actually get picked up and the greed run off with them, which is very unsettling, especially when you've just rescued the dog and then the next thing that happens is they nick the dog and run at the portal. Nothing from this side, so we're going to go to the other side, see what we can see. We'll hear it before we see it. Yeah, there we go. We can hear the attack. It's only the first blood moon attack, so I'm not worried. There you go. It's fairly easy to counter. Not counter. Yeah, it's fairly easy to counter, I guess. It's as long as you have the right defenses. Obviously, this is a follow-on, isn't it? We actually brought a lot of people and money with us, so we had a sort of a bit of a head start, as it were. But that is the obviously objective. Let's go for that. So we are on to day 7, and they will repair the wall, and that should be us. So I'm going to go for one more farmer, I think, actually. I know I said I was going to go for these, but I think we'll go for 2 more there. So we've got 2 more archers and 1 more farmer. So 5 farmers in total. It is, I believe, the best way to generate cash over the long term. We do have another person in that village there, but I don't think there's any real need at this stage anyway to go over there. And red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. No, it's actually very, very pretty. I know a lot of comments were saying the same thing. I can't, either saying I can't remember how pretty it was. I haven't played it in years, or people going, "Oh wow, that looks really nice." It is. It's a very pretty game for lovely pixel art and goodness. So how many farms have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's possible we can get 1 in here. We shall see. Although we might just have some people idling. We might just have some of them idling. That might be the case. That might be the case. Okay, so I'm gonna have a quick run to the left-hand side. Bear in mind that we've just had a blood moon attack there, which means there's no more spawns tonight. So we are pretty much safe to run around. I believe the portals can open. So if they're attacked, but unless they're attacked, we should be fine. So we should just be able to run and take in the sights. Still don't trust it, but we can do that. So we can see we've got the trader there, scavenger, whatever he's called. We've got the monument there, extra building. We've got the statue of something or other. Like I say, I can't remember which ones they are. I know when they're active because they're either holding a hammer, a scythe, or they're holding a bow. So relatively easy to figure out when it's in the activated mode position thing. But yeah. So where did we clear up to? That portal's active, and I'm going the other way. Yeah, okay. That's something I don't want to be fighting with. Especially considering I currently don't have any defenses. I say defenses, coin. Because obviously this game is massively about capitalism. Coin does everything. If you've got generic units of currency, everything can happen. If you don't, nothing happens at all. Jokes aside, I wonder if that is actually a statement of intent. No, I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, we've had a scout to the left there. We can see there's stuff going on, portals and such. I'm not going to be fighting that. We shouldn't get any spawns tonight, but, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda, shouldn't, etc. Let's see if that actually happens or not. The horse was a bit tired there. We'll let them have a feed, and then we'll go. There you go. More feed for more speed. And, ooh, we're getting paid and all. Excellent. So, that is okay. That's working out there. And even more pay. What I want to do, actually, is upgrade this. I think we've just got enough coin. The reason I want to upgrade this is because it goes to the higher level version now. And allows us to recruit knights. I think they're called knights. Anyway, yes, we can now do that. And that means that we can then tell them to assault. Specifically, get them portals down. So let's get some recruitment on. There we go. 2 more people coming in. And obviously these are going to go around. And I might start demolishing some trees. Because, as you see, we are really, really slow when we're inside the forest. No. There. Can't get rid of any of these trees, sadly. Oh well. Looks like we'll have to do without. Okay, that's not too much of a problem. No, the horses all took it out again. Yeah, I was thinking of expanding to the left, but I don't know if we will now. I don't know if it's really worth it. I mean, we still haven't even touched the boat, but to be fair, we're not very far into this day anyway. Let's try and herd this. I was going to say I'll try and herd the deer into the archer there. What I'm going to do is wait until I've There we go, and I'm going to run at them. And sometimes, I think it's just random what direction they start running. Sometimes you can run at them and they'll run behind you, and that's quite useful to run them back into archers. The problem is they require 2 or 3 hits to be taken down, so yeah, need to do that. Anyway, so I'm going to stand next to them, nothing there. Don't need to check them. Yeah, didn't send this guy back again, although they're going to have to go over here, aren't they? Yeah, I'm going to stand there, and come on. There we go. So we'll get... What do I want to get? I think we'll get a champion. I think we will actually get a one of those. There we go. And what you can also do is give them coin. And as I said, capitalism, yeah, you give them some generic units of currency, and what they do is essentially get extra hits, extra lives. So when they get hit, instead of normally if you get hit once, you lose your gear, then the second hit you lose, well, your clothes, and you go back to the sort of peasant villages, which will wander towards the nearest town, or alternatively towards... well, the nearest town, or alternatively they'll head towards like a village. The problem is that, yeah, if you're making an attack, you want them to be as tough as possible, so you then give them some coins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I think that's 4, 6 in total we give them now. I think that's your maximum amount. I think it's the maximum amount. We'll check, And you can see they are now recruiting some people on their attack. This does have some disadvantages. We actually want these sort of rangers here, the huntsmen, and they'll be running around and doing their own stuff. The reason you want them like that is because then they'll, you know, shoot the rabbits and stuff, but now they've all been recruited there. So we don't have, on the left anywhere, any sort of free peoples to run around and like hunt, whereas on the right we still do, which is perfect. So that's fine. I'm not going to get any more knights until we get some of those, and there's some greed coming in. Again, it's not too much of a problem. We have 2 or 3 archers here, plus the tower, plus the catapult, so I'm not worried about any sort of great problem. I'm not expecting any great issues. There you go, and there's that now taken out, and they will stand around and then eventually repair the wall. Having several of the workers is definitely the way forward, because obviously the catapult fires faster and stuff. You can also get a ballista that goes on the top of these towers, but that requires the highest level towers plus a very specific hermit type person that you find. And yeah, without them, you pretty much can't. Well, you can't do it. There's just no way of getting it. So it's all just random. But then you have to, in order to get those, you have to unlock them by playing the islands. So. Yeah, looks like we have one person going out there, and hopefully he'll be looking for rabbits. I don't know if the farmland actually changes that though, whether it alters it or not. I really don't know. I would be tempted to remove these trees up to here, and then say build to this point, and then we have this entire bit done. We could do that. The problem is that if we did, we wouldn't have any of those towers, so we'd just be reliant upon the people just sort of standing around and shooting. So I will have to see. Anyway, just waiting for them to go out and get some money. Because it's quite a small island, there's no reason for us to go out running again. I do want to go back and activate that shrine to see what it is, and one of these is gonna be okay in a moment. I'm just gonna get the horse fed. Go and see all of the farmers working around now, and oh, there we go, that's what we're looking for. So that should be more than enough for activating that shrine. So we're going to run to the other side, get the shrine activated, see which one it is. I'm hoping it's the one with the scythe. That would be really, really good indeed. Looks like we have the gatherer back there. I will give a coin to these 2. That leaves us 4 left, which is exactly the right amount that we need. This is going to be quite fine. I think I'm cutting this a bit too fine, actually. I probably should have waited until tomorrow, but no, yeah, you know what, I'm bailing it. I'm bottling it. I'm calling it there. There's no way I'm going to continue out. I thought it was a bit closer, but I know it's going to be dark by the time we get back, or the sun is actually setting there. If I continued on, I would probably get to where I needed to go. But if that portal was open and started sending people here, and this horse not having the best stamina in the world, I thought it would be best just to come back. Might well play it safe, especially at this stage where really we're not pushed for time. It's not as if we're on like a late game thing where we have to go and do it. With the coin, will these be just been farmed now? So we should have another set of coin from there. So we got a lot of coins. So that's excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the next attack. I think. Wait for the next attack. And as soon as the attack has completed, I will send these knights forward and we will follow them up. And they'll go ahead and destroy the portal, which will cause us some problems. But it'll also stop the attacks from this side, I think. So that should be quite good. And obviously I'll run forward with them and sort out the statue. But we will leave it there for this episode. Next episode, as I said, we'll do that very early on. Either way, good start, and once again, just enjoying being on the game. And ooh, that guy does not enjoy being hit by a rock. So there we are. Either way, we will leave it. Ooh, okay, that hit quite nicely. We'll leave it there for now, and next episode we will continue on. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.